Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, and we're going to start off with the monthly. What I do want to do is just highlight what we're seeing on the monthly, which is looking like a bit of a range flag. So we've had this strong move up, then we were sideways for 2 months, pretty much 2-bar pullback, and now we've closed with a big engulfing bar. If we just look to the left, you'll see there's quite a bit of structure to the left as well. You can see a lot of these monthly tails here. So there's a lot of areas of resistance. Personally, I'm still of the opinion that we have another move to the upside coming. Okay, so we just start coming down to the time frames we want to trade. You can see we had a move, sort of a bounce off, wasn't quite off this level at the bottom here. I just want to fine tune that. So there's our swing high there. So we've had a move back down there, and we've basically bounced off there quite hard. So just come to the hour, and we'll pick up exactly where it's bouncing. And you can see each one of these tails here is going to offer some support. So whenever you're on the hour and you look to the left and you see a multitude of tails like that, you can pretty much be guaranteed that you're going to bounce off one of them. And that's exactly what's transpiring here. Okay. So we did have a pretty strong move down, and I know somebody took a short yesterday off the top here, so it was a pretty good move. But it's against the trend for me, so it's not something that I'd be looking for. I was looking for areas to buy. This is an area to buy. Missed that, being basically sleeping. So we'll have to wait for the next area. So the next critical level to get through is obviously 119.644. Once we're through that, then we're going to be looking to the left and looking for more structure. Now, if I just zoom out again on the 8 hour, you can see rounding. We're starting to break through these highs. We haven't really closed above this level here of 119.644, and that's my first point of call. So I want to see a close above that before looking to get back in long again. Okay. Yeah, so this would have been a good area, but anyway, you can't catch them all. US dollar, Japanese yen, a bit more of confusion here. So if we just have a look at the monthly on the dollar yen, if charts are very slow this morning. So you see on the monthly, you can see we are trending to the downside. We've got a lot of indecision, but we are trending to the downside. Look to the left where all this support is, which is where we're bouncing off. But it does look like we are going to continue this trend. It's just a very messy downward trend. So with that in mind, I think this little area here of consolidation, I think this rejection here is what we'll be looking for, but look at where we are on the moving average here. So we're sort of above and below the moving average at the moment. Nothing really to write home about here. Big consolidation on the 8 hour. The question is, are we going to continue with the current trend? And the current trend is pretty much to the downside. Or are we going to bounce here? And we do have a lot of levels on the monthly chart at the moment in this area. So yeah, so I think this one is not as clear cut for me as Euro USD, but dollar yen, I think it's probably sit on the sidelines. Looking at the 1 hour, this does look like a fairly decent move up, consolidation, and you'd expect another move up, but that doesn't correspond to what's going on in the Euro USD. So yeah, I think this one will be sitting on the sidelines. We're at these big levels here, so this is the one here, 104.249. If I can hold today, then I'll start looking to change my tune, but it's going to have to hold on a daily bar. And 103.880 is the other area that needs to hold. Okay, Euro Aussie dollar. We're back in this range at the moment. You can see we bounced off the bottom, bouncing off the top. It does look like we're rejecting this area, but this is a range bound pair as far as I'm concerned right now. You can see we stayed in this range for quite some time, broke up, and now we're kind of consolidating again. So if this level holds, so in other words this area here of 162.089, then I suspect we'll probably get to the top of the range, which is 16336. Okay, it is ever so slightly to the upside, so you'd probably be looking for opportunities to buy, but tight stop losses and looking for the very next area to take profit. But just look to the left here, look at this congestion here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see it bounce from here to the downside. So in other words, that becomes our range, so we come down to the bottom here as well. Okay, this pair I'm sitting on the sidelines. It's sideways as far as I'm concerned right now. British pound, Japanese yen. This measured move is still in play. Okay, so we had this move up, we had a consolidation onto a trend line, onto a level, and I don't think we looked at a Fibonacci yesterday, but more than likely something like a 50%, well, pretty close to 61.8 Fibonacci as well. So this move up, move down, and then we're consolidating. So this is still on. If you're not in on the trade, what you want to be doing is looking for the pullbacks to buy into it. Okay, so as I said yesterday, this was a pretty good area to buy. It was very messy. You can see breaks, pullbacks, and then big pullbacks, and now we're sort of getting some momentum here. Okay, so yeah, what you'd be looking for is a break. Let's do something pretty much like that. You can see all the structure that's here at this area. So you're looking for a break and retest of 139.439. Stop below the swing low at the moment, and you want to leave that for 140. Okay, that's your target on that. So that's still very much in play. That's British pound, Japanese yen. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So looking at the 8 hour, we are trending to the upside. Okay, bit of a sharp pullback. We are bouncing off a level potentially, so it's something worth watching. We had a pretty good bounce off this level here. Something worth watching, but it could just continue into a range as well, so just bear that in mind. So far, I think of the dollar pairs, EURUSD is probably looking the cleanest right now. There's a lot of congestion here at the left if you look at that, where price is right now. So I'd want to clear that before committing to anything. So yeah, difficult one. I think probably going to leave this one alone. Just let it play out and figure out a direction. So the key areas for me are 0.73395 and then 0.73997. Those are the key areas at the moment. Okay, now you would expect a bit of dollar weakness once the political landscape is sorted out in the US. Okay, and we've also got, we've had a lot of vaccine noise yesterday, and we've also had a bit of, it's not quite political noise, I suppose, but losing my train of thought here, but rather there's a lot of data that's come out. So we had housing sales that were down yesterday as well, but anyway, what we're expecting and what the norm would be, or what the reality will be, more than likely two different things. But at this stage, I'm still of the opinion we're looking for a weaker dollar for pretty much for the rest of the year. Okay, British pound, Aussie dollar. This is clearly range bound. You can see that we are flipping right in the middle of this moving average again, well, sort of flirting the moving average. We do have a bit of a trend break, so there it is there. So yeah, I want to see some structure, and I think this level that I've got in here at 181.290 is more than likely the level we need to pay attention to. So we've had a strong move up, we've had a pullback. This is looking like a flag. So what you want to see here is pretty much a flag break. We do have a little bit of a flag break here, but I probably suspect we're going to be testing this level. So if this level can hold, so 181.290, if this level can hold, then I'd expect another move up, and that move is going to be something like that. And I just want to find a level. There's a perfect level for that at inside tail. That's exactly where we would be, and then the second level would be there. Okay, so rule of thumb here is we want this level to hold. It can't drop below this low, otherwise it's going to come back down, and then I'm going to have to put another level in here. More than likely come and test this area here, which is also possible. So this flag could continue for one more push down onto 181016. We start getting some bullish price action there, then your flag targets are 182300 and 182510. Okay, so that is a fairly strong move at the moment, but on the 8 hour it is sideways, so it could be a case of it looking to find its feet to break to the upside. Very possible. Okay, so yeah, and just remember the British pound, the UK is in a lockdown at the moment, but there is noise coming out that their virus cases have been reduced by 30%. So you may find a stronger pound coming out of this at the moment going into Christmas. Okay, so anyway, that's it for me today. Some interesting pairs to watch. The dollar, so the Aussie dollar and the dollar and the pound actually, all three looking pretty interesting. So you can do your homework as well on other pairs and see if there's opportunities within those pairs as well. But yeah, whatever you do, stay safe and keep those stops tight, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.